Property markets right now are certainly facing a much quieter period than they were a few years ago. We see it's a fairly short-term issue, and we certainly see that as more supply comes on stream and rents reduce, it actually makes Abu Dhabi much more competitive. It's certainly much quieter than maybe 2-3 years back, and I think we expected that. But what we're seeing a lot of discussion about what's happening in the market. We're seeing discussion around what are the regulatory reforms required to improve transparency and to grow demand. So I'd say very much it's a pause for breath as government and the market players talk about what needs to happen to really make sure things pick up in the future.
Reflecting on 2010, looking forward to 2011, we expect there to be a significant increase in transactions and therefore quite a sizable increase in the number of potential buyers and existing buyers who are going to seek mortgage finance. And last year we wrote 1 in every 3 new mortgages, so I think we've got a good overview, a good oversight of the makeup of those buyers. We see a mix of nationalities. There's a large proportion of UAE nationals who buy or who have already bought and were financing existing purchases. There's also a number of Western expatriates and subcontinent expatriates who've bought. And we're seeing an increase in the number of GCC nationals over the last few months who have shown interest in buying as well.
For Reem, it's very clear. I think the key message we want to send across this year is that essentially we are a lifestyle developer. We're not about buildings, we're about doing things in the spaces between the buildings. That's what we are. Because everyone can be a master developer. Draw a plan, cut land up and sell, right? Over the last 1 week in Najmat, we made 2 press announcements. One was we launched Nalaya Villas, which is a small community of about 42 villas, right with a private beach. And just yesterday we announced Nobu. Nobu, as you know, is a very good restaurant. The partners are Mr. Nobu himself and Robert De Niro. And what we've sat down with them over the last few months was doing a nice hotel and residential complex with the restaurant, with a good feel about the place, and that's what we've agreed to do with them in Najmat on the marina. And if you have a chance to look at the marina later on, there's a private beach, there's going to be an amphitheatre. It's really about creating a buzz and a lifestyle about the place. What happened in Abu Dhabi is what happened across the world, isn't it? Right? That's the reality. The reality is that in 2008, something happened across the world, everyone was affected. Right? There was a big financial crisis. It was not just the real estate industry, it was the financial industry. A lot of people around the world got affected. A lot of people around the world lost their jobs. A lot of people around the world lost businesses. So naturally Abu Dhabi is part of the global community. There was some impact on us, there's no denying it, right? And I think what happened over the last 2 years was good for the real estate market because it gave people time to sit back and look at what they're doing, right? And making sure that what we do moving forward makes sense and is right.